on here. And what I love about the Google Hangouts is we can just pop on here and deliver a message or a training, get it out as quick and clear and concisely as possible. We realize with this global push that we have going on in the team right now, we need to be able to make these things available 24/7. Some people are working the business very hard or sleeping right now. So we're going to hop on here, deliver these trainings as necessary as requested. And today I'm excited because we've got Keith Halls on the Hangout again, of course, our technical support, Todd Walker. We're all here to talk about the compensation plan. Keith has put together something and archived different things that's worked out there in the field, and then he brought some of his own uniqueness and intellectual property into this new PowerPoint. And we're going to share a little bit about the compensation plan, all with the focus on helping you make your first $500 with Youngevity, with our global success team. Keith, I'm going to go ahead and just hand it over to you so we can get right into this. Once again, Todd, thanks for being on today. I know Michelle Van Etten was going to be here. She had a computer crash just a few minutes ago, but I know if she was here, she'd be saying hello to everybody, and she was excited to be here today, but now she's going to the computer store, unfortunately. Anyways, Keith, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you. And for anybody who's on here who doesn't know who Keith is, let me just say real quick that Keith, he's a legend in the industry. He's walked a path very few have. Being the CFO of a billion-dollar company, nobody understands the percentages and numbers and the compensation plan and how to maximize the compensation plan better than Keith. Matter of fact, I remember him telling me a story a few years ago. He got to spend a lot of time in Japan, and gosh, we should do a whole hangout just on how to build international, Keith, and how you went over to Japan and did that. But I remember you said you learned some things about compensation plans and the people in Japan and really all over Asia, what they do to compensation plans is crazy. They understand them on a level that most people don't. And I know you're bringing a little bit of that to the Hangout today, and we're excited. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to you, Keith Halls. Thank you for coming on today, my friend.
Well, Cody, thank you very, very much. It's a lot of fun to be here, and I want to thank each and every person out there who's joined on to this call today. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about the compensation plan. You know, I've been around now in the industry, as Cody said, for a long time. It's been 30 years as of last month. And one of the things that I look at whenever I'm looking at a company, of course, is the compensation plan, because let's face it, the compensation plan is where people, is where they get paid. And you want to make sure that the compensation plan is a very, very fair one, and we're going to talk about why I honestly believe after 3 years of looking for the right company, I honestly believe that with Youngevity, not only do we have the right company with the right products, but we also have the right compensation plan that will help each and every person to be able to fulfill whatever dreams that you may have. Now, in the very end, we're going to talk about a fast path to $500, but as we get started, we're going to start by talking just about the compensation plan so that everybody can better understand exactly what that is. So, with that, let's get going. What I like to do any time I'm thinking of a compensation plan is I break it into 3 distinct segments. There's the beginning, and the beginning is basically from the day you get started, and it's the money that you can earn on that very first day. And that's very important, because whatever you earn on those first few days or first few, whatever you want to call it, that's important, because people are, they're trying, they want to be able to earn that money. Then you want it to be big enough, long enough, so that it will help you as you, in our compensation plan, once you reach the rank of what we call the Senior Executive Marketing Director to Vice Presidential Marketing Director, that is something that will put the midterm money in. And then the long-term money, of course, is from Presidential to Senior Vice Chairman. Now, those are terms, and we'll talk about those different terms in just a second. But as we do, let me slip back over real quick. Let me kind of define and help you better understand the different bonuses that are available to you. Now, these are not all of them. These are just some of them that are available to you. So basically, from the very first day that you join, you can start earning a retail profit if you're sharing the product and selling it to your family, friends, and neighbors. You buy the product for, let's say, $10, sell it for $15. You're able to make that retail profit. You also are able to earn the quick start. The quick start is that, and we'll talk about that in just a second, but it's a 30% bonus that you're able to earn. The next will be the fast start and the CEO bonuses that, beyond a shadow of a doubt, help people to be able to get to not just $500 a month, but that's when you're starting to average things like $500 a week. In the midterm, once again, those CEO bonuses never go away, but the unilevel, it starts to really kick in and provide an income that's truly residual. In other words, it's an income that will continue from now on. With our company, we also, it's a lot of fun because just in that midterm, the company starts paying you a car allowance that you can use for a car, maybe a car payment. It's not like we're trying to get people to go out and buy cars for any means, but you can use towards a car payment, or you can save it and buy a car someday. And then, of course, the free vacations. In the long term, once again, I always put down those CEO bonuses because those CEO bonuses are so strong and so powerful in our plan. And we're going to talk about them in just a minute. And again, with the unilevel, how it keeps on. But for me, one of the greatest things that our company does, and I really don't know any other company that truly allows its members to become owners in the company. With stock options, you literally become an owner of the company. Each share of stock that you own that brings rights and privileges to you. And with our company, you're able to earn 100,000 shares. Guys, that is huge. And that's just something that I love. I've never seen anything like that before. And I love that about our company, and it works. With those three that I was just talking about, those three different segments, levels of payment, you need a compensation plan that is evenly balanced. And what do I mean by that? It's a plan that basically pays about a third of the money right up front, a third of the money right there in the middle, and a third of the money right there in the long term. And it's great because that upfront money is for the people just getting started. The midterm is as they're building. The long term is for the people who are making this a true career. In the very, very beginning, there's really two ways to get started with a company. One is by signing up a person and they become a distributor for $10. And when you do, you're able to earn a quick start bonus. And what the quick start bonus is, it's anywhere from 8% to 30% of the purchases of that new person you just enrolled. From 8% to 30%. And people always ask me, well, I want to earn the 30%. I don't want to earn just 8%. What is it that I need to make sure that I'm doing? And I say it's easy. Make sure that your initial order and your auto ship order or your recurring order is at least 100 QV or qualifying volume, 100 qualifying points, and you'll be able to earn that 30% on all purchases that all the people that you enroll with a $10 sign-up fee, you'll be able to earn that 30%. However, in my opinion, for people who are truly going out there to make this a business opportunity, and what I mean by that is people who they want this to be their future. The CEO plan that we have, beyond a shadow of a doubt, is the greatest thing that a person could do. And that is the only way. When people come to me and say, well, I want to make this where I'm earning $2,500 a month or $5,000 a month, I always say, look, you've got to get started with the CEO plan or the CEO pack, excuse me. The great thing about the CEO pack is there are 4 different and separate and distinct different bonuses that are paid out, but all 4 are very, very powerful, and they make this, honestly, the richest upfront package I've ever seen in my entire history in network marketing. You have the ability to literally earn 65%, or approximately 65%, with that CEO bonus anytime you sign up a person. So now let's go ahead and talk and figure out how that you are able then to earn those different, the 4 different ones. First of all, is if you enroll someone with the CEO pack. Now the CEO pack is a package of products which cost $499. We have about 10 different packages, approximately, that's not exact, but approximately 10 different packages. And you may buy a package that concentrates on nutrition, or concentrates on weight loss, or concentrates on scrapbooking and storybooking, whatever it is. When you enroll a new person and they buy a CEO kit, the first 2 you're able to earn that just right there. And the first one is what's called the Fast Start bonus. And whoever the enroller is, in other words, if I am enrolling a new person, I will be the person, the enroller, to earn that $100 bonus. In addition, I'm able to earn a Quick Start bonus. Now the 30% on the BV with the package, the CEO package, that's the one package where the BV, or the bonus value that we pay out on, is smaller, but that's because we pay out so much. Just basically think and remember that with the Quick Start, every time you enroll someone, you're going to earn approximately $33. So right up front, with methods number 1 and 2, remember we have 3 and 4 still, but with methods number 1 and 2, you've already earned $133 on a $500 package. Guys, that right there is approximately a 27.5% return. Now, let's get down. Number 3 and number 4 are what's called coding bonuses. And they're paid to that enroller, the person who's signing up, a new person. They're paid, and it's all based upon the rank of the enroller and the rank of the enroller's upline. So on every CEO package that's sold, the company will pay out not only the Fast Start of 100, not only the Quick Start of 133, in addition, on every CEO pack, an additional $190 will be paid out. So think about that. That's 100 on Fast Start, 33 Quick Start. We're at 133. Now add another 190, and you're at 323. Let's say it's approximately 325. Guys, that's unheard of. 325 on a $500 kit. How do you earn those coding bonuses that are so rich for each person? Well, it goes by the rank, and I don't have time, of course, to go in and tell all the different ranks. But the first person who has the right to receive the coding bonus on number 3, the direct enroller, whatever his or her rank is. For example, if his rank is a regional marketing director, he will receive $15 of the 190. If the person signing up another is an SEMD or a Senior Executive Marketing Director, they're able to earn 100 of that 190. And you kind of keep going until you get to become a Senior Vice Chair. And once you reach Senior Vice Chairman, you're able to earn all $190. So let's put this then into a little bit more. Let's pretend as if a person is not a senior vice president. Of course, if I were enrolling someone and I was not a senior vice president, let's say I'm a SEMD, where does the balance, if I were an SEMD, I'd earn 100, where does the balance, where does that extra $90 go? It goes on method number 4 to a roll-up bonus, and it goes directly to my upline, and it goes to an upline member of mine who is at least one level above me. And then they'll be able to receive that amount, or the amount that rank they have entitles them to. So let me kind of do a diagram here. In this situation, Sam is the upline, and you can see Jill's on his front level, Susan is at second level, John's on his third, Bill's on his fourth, Sally's on his fifth. Sam may not even know Sally. If he's a good upline, he would, but he may not even know Sally down there on his fifth level. But what happens if Sally today signs up a new person called Dave? And how do we spread out? How do you pay that $190? Well, again, Sally, the direct enroller, gets the first dibs. If she is an EMD, and with the EMD, the Executive Marketing Director, that means Sally has the right to earn 35 of the $190. Where does the balance go? It goes straight back upline. So let's look upline as Sally. Next is Bill, directly up. That's who Sally's enroller is. Since Bill is the exact same rank, remember I said the person must be at least one rank more. You see, Bill has the right to earn $35 of that 190, but it's already been paid to Sally. So number 4, the roll-up. And the roll-up bonuses are incredibly, incredibly rich as you're building your team. Now, let's pretend like Bill's upline is a Senior Executive Marketing Director. Now, as a Senior Executive Marketing Director, Bill has the right to earn $100. But in the roll-up, since 35 has already been paid up, John will receive a roll-up of $65. You go up one more level. Susan is the exact same level as John, so there's nothing extra paid out. Again, it needs to be one level at least above. Right above Susan is Jill. Jill is a couple levels above. She's presidential. She has the right to earn $170. $100's been paid up, so she earns a $70 roll-up. And if Sam's at the top level, that's where the final 20 gets paid out. So all 190 gets paid out. The bigger your rank, the higher your rank, the more that you're going to be able to make with these CEO bonuses. Now, inside any compensation plan, there's a lot of different things that I always like to call the need to know versus the things that are just nice to know. Sometimes people get so bogged down in trying to know every nick and nanny of a compensation plan. So, in my mind, I always want to try to get and make sure that not only that I know, but that I'm teaching you the things that you need to know. And what you really need to know is how to qualify at a different rank. You need to know how to qualify so you can be paid the maximum amount of bonuses. Now, what's nice to know and what you will get to know as you're with the company just a little bit, you'll learn all the different details. But the important things or how to qualify. And that's exactly what we're teaching here. Now, this is a shot that shows exactly what a person could get paid out. I circled two different ones. One is a regional marketing director, and one is the senior executive marketing director. What does that person need to know? Well, what they need to know is for a regional marketing director, they need to have a monthly recurring order of $150. Now, that order includes not only your personal order, but that can also include any of the orders that you have made with some of your neighbors, families, or friends. You can combine those together for that $150. In addition to that, you need to know that you need 3 junior IMDs. And so what is a junior IMDs? If you'll go back 2 levels back, that means you need 3 people who have $50, or in other words, they signed up 3 people who have at least an order of $50. The second one, Senior Executive Marketing Director, that is the key upon what I would say the entire compensation plan truly becomes unleashed once you reach Senior Executive Marketing Director. So our goal, our hope, our prayer, and what we try to do is to help each member to qualify to become a Senior Executive Marketing Director. What are the steps that you need to take? Right here, they're broken down very easily. Step number 1, you need to make sure that your monthly order or your initial order, if you're in your first month, is at least 250 points. And that's approximately $250, maybe a little bit more, but you need to make sure yours is 250 points. Right here, I want to interject something. It's what's called transfer purchasing. A lot of times people will say, well, I want to buy a Healthy Start Pack that costs $100. Where am I going to spend the other $150? And I simply say, go to your own back office. In other words, look in all the different products that our company offers. You'll see things such as coffee. Your family maybe goes to the grocery store once a month or once a week. And let's say that once a week when you go to the coffee store, or you go to, the grocery store, you spend $50 on buying coffee. Instead of buying it from the grocery store, transfer that into your own store, and what you will have is not only 50 more points or 50 more dollars from that coffee right there. Not only will you have a coffee that people just rant and rave about, they love, but you've done a transfer purchase. Your total outlay for that month didn't go up anything. You simply took the money that you'd be spending at one place and you spend it in your own or within your own business. Now, 250 points. What that person, if you're qualifying for SEMD, step number 2, they need to enroll at least 3 people who have a $150 qualifying volume or $150 order. Step number 3, each of those 3 who have a $150 QV order, each of those 3 need to have at least 3, and at this time they need to have at least 3 who have a $50 order. So you need to have, first of all, yourself at $250, at least 3 people enrolled at $150, and all of those 3 at $150 need to have at least 3 people at $50. The final step that you need to know is once you add in your order plus all the people on level 1, all the volume, I should say, on level 1, plus all the volume on level 2, plus all the volume on level 3. If it equals, it needs to equal 5,400, and then you're a senior executive marketing director. In our company, senior executive marketing directors average somewhere between about $1,000 to $2,000 per month. That's that midterm income that we're talking about. But that's that midterm that can very quickly turn into long-term. And how is it long-term? By building not only yourself as a senior executive marketing director, but by going out and building basically an army of CEOs. Let's, at the very top, and it says CEO right there, and it's because we always try to get the people, of course, going with the CEO kit. Whoops, I went forward. There we go. Let me go forward. There we go. What you need to be able to advance to the next level is in not only where it says CEO, I'm pretending as if that CEO also means that that person is an SEMD. This person right here has 6 different legs with SEMDs in it. And so you want to build as many different legs that has at least one person who's an SEMD inside that leg. And that's the way that you advance. That's the way that you move forward in the compensation plan. If you will help, and I learned this a long time ago, many years ago when I first started in my network marketing career, this was back in the year 2002. I had been on the corporate side of network marketing for 17 years. I went out and became a distributor. I waited out for 18 months and I became a distributor after 18 months. And the first 9 months, I have to tell you, I went out there, and I always like to tell people, I set record after record after record in failure. I felt like there was just no way I could ever get anybody to join my team. That whatever I did, it wasn't working. I can remember adding together my first 9 months checks, and they didn't even equal $3,000. And as I did that, I thought to myself, Keith, what are you thinking of? You used to make more than that in almost a day in your previous job. And you gave it all up. You're working 60, 70 hours a week. And all you've been able to do is generate an income of about $200 a month. What was my problem? My biggest problem was simply this. I was so concerned upon myself that I didn't reach out to my downline and help them. I can remember one day after I had put into play what I call the 9 rules to succeed, but one of those 9 rules is about helping your downline to succeed. I went to 2 or 3 members of my downline and I looked them in the eye and I said, I'm going to help you succeed. In fact, I told one guy, I'm going to make sure you make $1 million before I do. Guys, I was making $200 a month, and I deep inside I was going, boy, I'm going to have to really do something here. And I said that to another lady. The interesting thing, when I started concentrating my efforts onto making sure my downline succeeded, that as many people in my downline succeeded. A year later, that guy who I told I would make sure that he made $1 million before I did, he came to me and he said, Keith, I said, yes. He said, I've made it. The greatest thing also is that as I then was helping others to succeed, instead of only thinking about myself, my own check then, it took a great big jump. But the most important thing, of course, was that I was able to help other people succeed. The last part, and this is a part of a check that you don't see other companies truly pay inside a unilevel. What I've done is I've showed for the leadership group bonus the first 6 levels of your downline. Starting with level number 7 and going down at least to number 12, level 12, that's 6 more layers, we pay a leadership group bonus, or is what we call the infinity bonus, because it can be deeper than 12 levels. I'm not going to get into all the if and ors and buts and all the niceties. Just know that it will at least go down to that 12th level. And on that 12th level, for all the people that you have, you'll earn 2%. And the people on the 11th and the 10th and the 9th and the 8th and the 7th, you will earn 2% on all of the sales of those people. As your group grows, as you keep with it, the leadership group bonus, honestly, will become one of the biggest parts and portions of your check every month. One thing that we love to talk about is recurring or residual income. Right now, our average person who's reached the rank of IMD, their average order, even though their order only needs to be 100, their average order is 150. Now, let's do a little bit of math. If the average payout on the first 6 levels is 7%, and that's what the average payout is in our compensation plan, the recurring income, and excuse me, also, and let's pretend as if you had 1,000 people in those first 6 levels that are all doing 150, how much would that recurring, that residual income check be? It would be $10,500 a month. And that's before you even get to the leadership bonus. And for us, or for me, I should say, the leadership bonus, honestly, is probably the biggest portion of my check. We talked about the residual. The leadership, don't get me wrong, is also residual. But let me show you how powerful it can be. Once again, the average leader or the average person out there is paying 150. That infinity bonus, level 7 through 12, you're paid that 2%. If you have 2,500 people in level 7 through 12, you will earn an additional 7,500. So now, when you add up 10,500 plus 7,500, we're already at $18,000 a month in recurring or residual income. When you really want to go out and truly build wealth that will continue for generations, as you stay and as you work, the leadership bonus will start becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. For example, in my or in my upline or in other people's downline, they have over 5,000 people in levels number 6 through 12. If their average person is not buying 150, but if they were buying 250, what would be the difference in that person's pay? It would simply be, it would go up from the previous slide where it said 7,500. On this one now it becomes 25,000 that the leadership bonus is paying residually each and every month. Guys, that truly is how wealth is created in society, in our company, and everywhere. How do you do that? Just like I said before, you need to make sure that you build and help as many other people in your downline to duplicate building just a massive team of SEMDs or above in your downline. A lot of people will say, Keith, how do I get to $500? I want to make $500 my first month. Is that possible? And I look at them and I say, because of our upfront income, it is very possible. In fact, by only sponsoring 6 people even, you can do that. Let's say in week number 1 that you signed up, you enrolled with the CEO kit, and in turn, the first 3 people you signed up, they enroll with the Healthy Start Pack. What is your bonus from that? $100. The other interesting bonus that will come with that is every week, as long as you have a Healthy Start Pack on your auto ship, if you sign up 3 people within a month, the next month that Healthy Start Pack will be sent to you for free. That's a way also to be able to save that money each and every month. Now, in week number 2, you sign up just 1 CEO. And from that 1 CEO, the Fast Start's 100, the Quick Start's 33, and then the coding bonus is 15. The exact amount is 148, but I put 150. Week 3, another CEO. Week 4, another CEO. And by the end of that month, you're already at $550. And I'm not even yet talking about the residual type income. I'm talking and showing you how easy it is inside our company because of the power of whether you enroll people with a Healthy Start Pack or with any other kit that's over $100. How powerful it is when you enroll those CEO people, and then how quickly you are able to get to that $500 a month that we can all use extra. In addition to that, we have one of the most generous trips giveaway that people can earn anywhere. For example, right now, people are trying to qualify for this incredibly exotic Caribbean cruise that will come up this next January. It's amazing when you think how many companies out there in corporate America are providing a way for their employees to be able to win an all-paid Caribbean trip. And the answer is, I don't know of any company and any other industry that's willing to do that. Lifestyle type income. When you get that car bonus, it's powerful. It makes a big difference. The stock options, as you get more and more, and as time goes by, the ability for them to go up. Guys, I've been in the industry a long time. I've been able, and I'm always able, to look people in the eye and tell them that I know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we are involved in the greatest industry in the world today. There's no doubt in my mind. I won't take the time to go and prove it right now, but just believe me on that. We are involved in the greatest industry in the world today. And not only are we involved with the greatest industry, but we are involved with the greatest company within the greatest industry in the world today. It is led by just incredibly strong leadership. It has products that people, once they use, the retention rate is very, very high. We have a compensation plan that awards people and that keeps people to be able to earn $500, $1,500, $2,500, $5,000, and more. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, it is what I always like to tell people. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for all of you. Sometimes people will say, you know, Youngevity's growing. Maybe They think that we're a little bit too big or something like that. Maybe they want to go join with a startup company. And every time I hear that, I truly I'm sad deep inside. I'm not sad necessarily because they didn't join my team. I'm sad because I know that the likelihood that that small company they're thinking about joining, the likelihood of that company ever succeeding is less than 1%. Instead of spending your time chasing a wild dream, come to Youngevity. We are in the Direct Selling Association's top 100 companies. We're one of the few publicly traded companies in our industry. And guys, we're growing. And not only are we growing, but we're expanding internationally. I don't care who you are, where you may live, what your circumstances may be. Come, join with us, and together we will be able to create the health and wealth that we've all been looking for. With that, I say thank you very, very much, and I'm going to turn the time back over to my dear friend, Mr. Cody McKinley, to conclude today's Hangout.
Well, first of all, thank you, Keith. And what can I say except for awesome job, as always. I think the number one thing that holds people back is not understanding how the money works. And once they understand how the money works, then it's just a matter of increasing your invitations. We always say if you don't like where your business is at today and your business isn't growing as fast as you would like to see it grow, do one thing. Increase your invitations. Get more people to go watch the Opportunity Google Hangouts or listen to an overview call. As Keith said, he talked about his first time in the business. He didn't knock it out of the park day one when he got in the business. He had to put a lot of time and energy and effort into being able to become successful. Even after all of his time in corporate and all of his success, he still had to apply himself as a network marketer in the trenches, and he figured out one thing. How many people can he help? And the more people he can help, the better off everybody is. And this isn't really about Keith at this point. He obviously can retire. He's in this because he wants the help. He likes to see the human spirit move forward. He likes to see people become successful. He likes to see single moms who don't have to worry about paying their mortgage. He likes to see people hit that $500 a month mark so they can maybe avoid bankruptcy. We appreciate each and every one of you guys that are seeing this Google Hangout. We look forward to partnering with you and helping go out and build your goals and your dreams. If there's anything that we can cover on Google Hangouts or any other trainings you would like to see, remember, you can always get a hold of us at Youngevity90forlife@gmail.com, and we always want to hear from every single person on the team. Keith, just share with everyone real quick before I wrap it up. What's the number one reason why people are not successful in this industry? Is it belief?
Belief is a huge thing. A lot of times it vacillates, Cody, between that belief that they will have within that company. But another thing that I've grown to learn also is that oh my goodness, my train of thought. the number one reason is because the people in your downline simply don't know what to do. The Direct Selling Association did a survey, and they talked to people. Why did people leave a company before their dreams were met? And the number one answer is they didn't know what to do. And the number two answer was, I felt silly asking anyone. Guys, we're your upline. We're here to do our very, very best to help you. Ask us. We're willing to help. Ask us. We're willing to explain. Let's make sure. And as Cody said, the belief system. There's a 20-minute little thing that I do to build a belief system. 15 minutes a day I read either about the company, about our products, or about our compensation plan. I will read for 15 minutes, take notes for 5 minutes, and then save that on my computer. But my belief with those 20 minutes a day has grown immensely, Cody.
Well, you guys, You're always going to pick up a lot of good nuggets. Anytime somebody's spent over 10 years in this industry and claims this as their professional profession, and this is what they do to feed their family and it's their lifeblood, you always want to take notes. You always want to listen, because there's not a person I've ever met that's successful in this industry who hasn't gone through personal development and overcome their personal limitations, whether it's time, money, support from friends and family, knowledge, experience. They're all limitations we all have to overcome. So please don't feel alone. And we believe in you, and we know that you can be successful. Just keep plugged into the system, keep getting your invitations out, and the rest will work itself out. Anything else, Keith, you want to add real quick before we go ahead and conclude this hangout?
Just a great big thank you, and I'm wishing you all the success and happiness that you all so richly deserve.
All right, it's another record month, guys. Let's keep it up. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Todd. And we'll see you guys on the other side.
Bye-bye. Thanks, guys. Great hang.
Bye.